Welcome to AW Services YouTube channel.
A very warm welcome to AW Services. I'm Austin. Today's video is touching upon a previous video that I did. I did a video covering the subject of DIY boil in the bag camping food, which generated a very good topic, conversation point, and had many questions from various viewers of mine about the ins and outs of bagging and etc. So I thought I'd do another video just to touch back on that subject. So in my video, the context of the video was, I'm someone that enjoys camping. I don't go on to your traditional campsites where you've got caravans everywhere, awnings up, because you know that's just not camping, that's glamping theoretically. But if you're someone that likes to take part in expeditions or wild camping, which is becoming very popular with those with the right to roam, etc., or someone that likes to go away just for a camping retreat, it's like me. I like to just disappear for 3 or 4 days at a time, late spring as we come into summer, just to get out to a very small private family owned campsite that is just tents only. There's no camper vans, you've got no awnings and caravans, but you can still have fires there. But what I'm trying to get to, the point is camping food. Well, a lot of people go camping as a family. You're taking pretty much your kitchen cupboards with you, and various tins and packets. And if you wanted to have a breakfast, for example, whilst camping, you've got to take sausages. You've then got to take baked beans, eggs, packets of bacon. If you want more, you've got hash browns, black pudding. The list goes on, but the amount of space that takes up is considerably large. So if you're going away, one person, and you wanted to go out for a weekend, just wild camping, to a local woodland or onto a moorland, or if you live up like near the Yorkshire Dales, anywhere really like that, where you're trying to slip off the radar for a few days or maybe a night or so, just to escape, reset your brain and enjoy the wildlife and the great outdoors. So if you want to go camping, you want to take food with you that's easy to package, easy to manage without the weight limit of tins and packets as well. This is what I touched upon. So I've always been a fan through my background of British Army ration pack meals. They've always been a staple. I've always had access to them. I find them to be actually enjoyable when you can have different menu variations and different dishes that are available, because I don't want to take tins of beans and packets of this and packets of sausage and bacon. I'd rather just, at that time, I was getting those particular meals in a boil in the bag format for free. And you can also buy Wayfarer Foods, which is a very popular brand of camping expedition boil in the bag meals. That's made by, I believe it's Vesti, another subsidiary of Vango. I think Vango own Wayfarer Foods, which is Vesti Food Production. It's a long list. Then you've got other tenders out there who make the boil in the bag meals for the British Army. However, ration packs aren't as easily available nowadays. A lot of British Army kit isn't disappearing, thank God, and it's limited. If you wanted to buy a British Army ration pack, I think now you're looking nearly £20 for a British Army ration pack, which I think was probably designed to be £3 or £4 in overall cost per soldier on exercise or within conflict. So I may be wrong on that, but slightly going off track. So the boil in the bags that I use and the ones that I trialed from my last video, if you wanted to take a meal that was a larger meal, you know, if you're not someone that's a skinny drain pipe and you're not going to just eat a couple bites and that's your meal, but if you wanted to take something like a cottage pie, a lasagna, a chili con carne, a homemade beef stew and dumplings, anything like that, you know, you're looking at quite a few ounces in weight, or probably it may equate to probably about 500 grams of food in one of these bags. So these particular bags are the same size, I found, as the Wayfarer Vesti Foods British Army ration packs. So these are the same size, dimensions and thickness. These are Mylar. Mylar is a space grade, very high-tech polymer. It's like a plastic, but with this it's very good at blocking out pathogens, blocking out sunlight. You're not going to get taste degradation with losing flavors because they're being absorbed into the packaging. So this particular packaging has served well for many years, and before British Army ration packs were the box format, and now we're into the bag format. But when I was a child and I was in the Army Cadet Force, we had the patrol packs, and from memory they were very small cardboard boxes with corned beef hash, baked beans, PKK, whatever it was, chewing gum. So that was pre-boil in the bag. But these are the same size that I managed to match up. And then there's also a slightly a bigger bag again, but theoretically it's the same size bag. However, this is a flat pouch, and this is an expanding pouch with an expander in the bottom, so it opens out and you can fold it so it stands up. But that will give you more volume and help you have more thickness or more food in there. But for me, I like to make homemade cottage pies, beef stew and dumplings, and all of these meals I will touch upon the safety aspect. However, these are safe. Home cooking using salt and pepper is a form of preservative. However, food hygiene and everything that goes together into that big parcel can make your food safe. I'm not talking about make loads of meals and then put them in the kitchen cupboard sealed, because theoretically that's pointless. It's not really safe. But if you're going camping, say for example, I wanted to go camping on Friday and Saturday night, what I would do is on a Monday, no later than a Tuesday, I would batch cook fresh meals at home. I'd cook those meals up and devise a menu of things that I wanted to take with me. I'd cook those and then I would let them cool, and then I'd portion them up and seal them in these bags no later than a Tuesday, and then I'd just pop them in the fridge for as long, or in the freezer. But if you're freezing and you're going away for a long time, it's not bad, because you could be taking a near block of ice, so it's cold and frozen, and then it will defrost during your time there, but it's going to take longer to cook. So if you're cooking home cooked meals, a cottage pie, beef stew and dumplings for example, cook it on a Monday, bag it up no later than Tuesday, heat seal it, write on the bag with a Sharpie what that is, and then once you've sealed it, pop it in the fridge. And then also you can have, there are other options. So this bag here is a little bit taller, however this one here also has a slide seal, and then you heat seal above that. So this bag, this one here is a single use. Once it's sealed, it's sealed. This one here, once it's sealed and you've opened it, you tear the heat seal line off, there is no reason why you can't eat half of that meal, and then providing the seal strip in the top is clean and free from any debris or food stuff, you can then seal that bag up, put it back in your Bergen and hike on for another 10 miles and then eat that again without that spilling. So that's a very good aspect on that bag. This one here is just a single bag. So this one, the smaller one, dimensions, it is 9 inches tall and 6 inches wide. This one again is 6 inches, about 6.5 by 10. I purchased these from a seller on Amazon, excuse the crinkly noise, and they were called Beefetta. These were 50 pieces, 18 centimeters by 26 centimeters if you went to school in the millennium. They also come with some handy stickers if you didn't want to write on the bag, but this has this bag, and then it has larger format bags. But I would recommend, if you're doing it for the first time, I'd recommend buying the ones that I've just showed you. B feta, 18 centimeters by 26 centimeters, and you'll have yourself a brilliant size bag that you can seal. Another option, another idea, it's not as good as home cooking, but say for example, if I bring this into shot for context, I've got two ready meals. Arbisto classic beef hot pot. These are in Tesco's, they're just over £1. It's 500 grams of food minus the packaging inside. So another idea, if this is frozen and it's in your if it's in your freezer on a Monday, you can take this out of its packaging, put it through the microwave as you would going to cook it to eat it then. Once you've cooked it in its microwave for its determined time frame, so for the 10 minutes, you're gonna cook on full power, cook in oven, cook in microwave. So an 800 watt microwave is 10.5 minutes. So once you've cooked that, I would recommend just taste it for seasoning. Cook that, season it, put some extra salt and pepper in there, because it always helps just to have a bit of a better taste, because these can be quite bland out of the packet because they are designed to be nearly healthy, and they're obviously cutting down on salts and things, but add a bit of salt to taste, get it to the consistency you want, let it cool, or don't worry about letting it cooling. Then I recommend getting a squash pop bottle, cutting the neck off of it. Let me just grab one. Excuse the camera, it's stuck to my chest. Get a pop bottle upside down, cut it on the neck there, and cut it there, so you've got a wide mouthed, easy entry funnel. Open the bag, set it down, or get a member of the family to help you. Open the bag, put the funnel in, and then that means when you put your food in, you're not spilling it on this edge that you're later wishing to seal. Snap it shut, or in this case, make sure your food goes in, but you're not fouling the top edge of this line with food and grease. Put your food in, lie it on a worktop on a tea towel, and gently just massage the packet to push out any air that could be in there. Air isn't a problem, but the more air you can remove, the better it is to seal. And we're also, in this video, I'm not talking about the subject of vacuum sealing. That's a whole different system, and most of the affordable vacuum sealer machines on the market are unable to successfully heat seal Mylar quite thick bags. So we're talking about heat sealing only. So get that food, put it in there, heat seal it, mark on it, let it cool on the worktop, because you don't want to be putting warm or hot food in a fridge because it will mess with its ambient temperature. Package it up, write on it, label it, leave it on the side, and then when it's cool, pop those in the fridge on a Tuesday, and then when you go away camping on a Friday or Saturday, grab all these, put these in your bag, and then you've basically removed the microwave from the equation. You've got food. This has already been cooked, so very much like a ration pack, however it's frozen. It's already been cooked in the factory to reach its food hygiene requirements of over 70 degrees for the meat. But then once you've got that, all I tend to do is, with every boil in the bag meal and things from army ration pack days, is bring water to the boil in a pan or a Trangia. Bring your water to the boil. Once your water's boiled, fold your packet up, put it in your pan, and just let that boil without running all the water out for 10 minutes. 7.5 normally is the limit. Do it for 10 minutes. You've got a piping hot meal. Take yourself a spare old beanie hat with you. Put that in your beanie hat so you've got a warm cozy, so it's like a hot water bottle in theory. And then you can hold that safely, and then you can just open it up and eat your food with your fork. We're not talking about glamping, using plates and high-end crockery. We're talking about using what you've got with you at the time you're going away. And also chips and curry sauce, just another very normal example of what's available. Get that, microwave that to its recommendations on the packet, package that in there, let it cool, label it, leave it on the side, put it in the fridge, and then before you go away, take it with you. So that's just an idea of concept. I'm not saying this is like hardcore camping, but why are you taking frozen ready meals? This is another alternative in case you're not someone that's good at the cooking aspect, but you can easily access these from your local shops, and you can do the same thing as well. So I'll put this to one side. The heat sealer I have, you could say it was somewhat of an impulse purchase, very poor joke. Impulse sealer, 200mm throat, so that's the width of the bags that it can seal. For PP and PE, I'm guessing that's polypropylene and polyethylene. I purchased this on Amazon, and I think I paid $24.99 for it. It comes with a spare service wire and some Teflon sheet. These are very common, so you can buy these easily, replacements. I have this set on this machine. I have marked it with a Sharpie to number 6, and that's the desired setting that I need to seal these bags. I'll just lead into my sink a minute. What I'm about to do now is purely for demonstration purposes only. Do not try this at home, because I've got 230 volt mains appliance in front of me, and I've got a bag full of water. But this bag of water is representing my boil in the bag meal. So once I've got my food in my bag, I'll make sure the top lip of the bag is wiped with a microfiber cloth a few times to remove any moisture or grease that may have contaminated that top edge from putting the food in. I then fold the bag down to expel as much air as I can, like a lot of us old farts used to do when we had hot water bottles as kids in the 80s. Get your top nice and flat, lie into the throat of the machine. This has got a timer. It times itself and it stops. So my bag is fully heat sealed. I now have a pouch of water for demonstration purposes only. I don't want to sound like a snowflake, but do not do this at home. It's only for demonstration, to show you that you can seal these Mylar bags correctly as they would have been done in a factory if it were an army ration pack or a Wayfarer meal. You can also, if you wanted to, if a bit dubious, do a tram line. So above where you've already sealed it, you could drop in a secondary seal, so then you've got double seal for extra security. And then when you go to cook it, if that was a bag of food, or another thing I'll show you, another idea, big breakfast tins, hunger breaks, meals, you can get these in most supermarkets. That would represent that really, baked beans, sausages and meatballs, or meatballs and pasta for example, in that packet, like so, and then you pop that in your pan. But that's just a little refresh video on what I've covered before, but I think I've gone a little bit more in depth for my explanation this time, which for those of you out there that wanted to really hear about the technicalities of doing this and the ideas, I hope that's helped you. Spring is here, the weather isn't brilliant, we are getting close towards summer, but I hope these ideas inspire you to create your own DIY boil in the bag style meals for camping, expeditions, van life, whatever you're doing. It's an idea, and I hope that idea helps you. The video, I hope that again that's reached out in a way that's helped you with some ideas. I'd appreciate it if you would support the channel by subscribing. I hate to bang on about it, but the more subscribers I get, it will then, once after a certain threshold, it will help me to make more videos. All the videos I've made up to now have cost me, and they haven't cost anyone else a penny. I, at this present time, have not made one single penny from YouTube, so I'm doing this as a hobby and something that interests me. But please subscribe, please press the bell icon so you get a notification when I publish a new video. hit the like button, share it with your friends. If you've got something you'd like to add to the discussion, feel free to comment below the video. I will copy the description from the last video into the description of this video as well. But I hope that helps you. Thank you for watching AW Services. My name's Austin. See you soon. Bye bye.